All right, so now that I have the JSON data loaded in, I actually want to associate this with a type, and I want to filter the data down to just what I'm looking to use. So I'm actually going to full screen this. We're going to split this to the right here, so we have it over here, so that I can kind of look at what's available and see what I actually want to use and what I don't really want to use. We're going to create a type for this, so in source we'll create a new folder called types. And then we'll make a new file called mtgcard.ts, not tsx, ts, because it's a TypeScript thing. It's not JSX, it's not any HTML components, it's just a type. So export type, and then we capitalize mtgcard like that, equals, and then we just put all the properties that we want in here. So if I look through these, I see name, that's going to be very important. So we'll go ahead and do that. Name, which is going to be a string. Okay. We definitely want an image, and I want the large image here, but yeah, I'll get to that in a minute. So I'm going to say image, and then that's going to be a string. It's just going to be the URL for the image. We want mana cost for sure. So we'll say mana cost string. Okay. We want that has the colors in it. You know what? I do want colors potentially. Well, maybe not. If I have it in the mana cost, I probably don't need it there. It's tricky. Let's get the CMC though, the converted mana cost, which is going to be a number. And I'm just looking for anything else that I might want to get. Rarity's kind of cool. Flavor text. Okay, we need flavor text. Flavor text, which is going to be a string. And is that the only text? Is there any other text besides flavor text? Oracle text. Okay, so what's the difference, I guess, flavor text and Oracle text? I'll figure it out, but I'll just grab both. Let's put the Oracle text here. Okay, just like that. And now you see a lot of these aren't named exactly the same thing. Oracle text, it's Oracle underscore, but we want to use this. So what we need to do is actually be able to map a card entry from the raw JSON data to this type here. So we'll create a function for that. Export function map mtg card. And it's going to have data passed in. And just for the sake of this, we're going to set it to any because I don't want to deal with creating a separate type to align with all of these and then doing that. This is a good use case for any for the data. But the return of type for this, we can even explicitly state that is mtg card. And that's just going to make sure that we're using the correct card here. So we have to return something, and it has to align with this mtg card here. So we know name is going to be data.name. That's got the same one. Okay. Image is going to be, from the image URIs, we're going to grab large. So it's going to be data.image URIs.large. Okay, so that's going to grab, from the image URIs, grab this large URL here. Hopefully they all have all these properties, otherwise we're going to be in trouble. So next one is mana cost, which is, I believe, mana underscore cost. Yes, data.mana underscore cost. If these had dashes, by the way, we couldn't do this. We would get an issue because it's trying to subtract this. So if you ever have dashes, what you have to do is actually use bracket notation instead, which is the same thing. Like I could even do an underscore here, and this is the exact same thing. It's just a different notation. But since it's underscores, we can just do the normal thing here. CMC is going to be data.cmc. Next one was Oracle text. So Oracle text was data Oracle underscore text. Flavor text was data flavor underscore text. Okay. So now, because we're returning all of the correct properties, that error went away. If we're missing any of these, we get an error that says it doesn't align with Magic the Gathering card, but now it does. So what this function is going to do is essentially map this data and return a card from it. And it's a single card at a time. So now if we go over here and we import, we're going to import both of those things. Import MTG card and map MTG card from that types there. And it's okay to have your map that goes with the type in the same file. I don't see any reason to have to create a separate file for that. Some purists might get into a semantics argument saying that the type file should only have a type in it, but I feel like this is so directly associated with this that it's not an issue. But feel free to make a different file if you want. Okay, so we've got our MTG card type here. And what I want to do now is I'm going to say const cards equals, and we're going to map that MTG data.map. And each one of these is data. And it's going to be mapped to map with map MTG card. It's going to be mapped to that data. And now let's console log the cards. And let's take a look at what we got here when we refresh. We still got 636, but now look at how nice and clean that is. It just has the information that we want there. And if we ever want to change any of that information, we can go in and change it. It's not a big deal. We can update it to grab more stuff or whatever we want. But this is a great start here for what we're attempting to do. We've got everything loaded and loaded into the proper type.